everyone. I thought I'd do something a little different and show you a pattern review of my latest favourite pattern that I've made a lot of, which you would know if you popped over to my Instagram page. Oh, bye Teddy. I've done this top now 4 different versions, and I thought it might be interesting for you to see, as a fairly new sewer of clothes, what I made of this pattern and whether you wanted to try it yourself. So I'll start with the first one, which is the one I'm wearing. I got this piece of fabric from the remnants bin in my local shop here in Plymouth. A lovely lady called Lizzie, and her shop is Make at 140. So when I bought this originally, I had no idea what I was going to make with it. I just loved the fabric. So I'll stand up and show you. Okay, so it's just the one loose fitting, and it's got a little section at the back which was meant to be a button, but I actually stitched it because I didn't think it needed the button. With this one, I cut out a size 16 because of the bust measurement. I decided that was one that would suit, but actually it's a bit too big. So this was very gaping. So what I did was added this little stitched piece here. I don't even know what you call that. Oh, a pleat. So I added like a little pleat to pull this in so it wasn't so large on me. And some of you may have noticed that on this first version I made a big error. I'm not going to point it out. You can see whether you can see it from this video. I don't think it matters. I love the top even with the error. So this is my first one, size 16. Quite happy with it. Not as drapey as I would have hoped with this fabric, but still lovely and comfy, and I was very proud of myself because this was the first one I made. And it's the 6217 by New Look. So this is the pattern, and I made the version B, which is just the t-shirt top here. So as I say, this is my first one, size 16. I'll just go and get changed into my second one. Okay, so here's the second one. This one I made out of this fabulous glittery heart jersey that I'd had. Again, also I bought because I loved it and I didn't have a plan in mind. So I thought I'd try it on this top because it's a lovely sort of t-shirt top. Blue is my favourite colour and the hearts are just gorgeous. And the only difference I made with this one, which I will show you, the back is all one piece where it's supposed to be 2. And because of the first one being so large and being very loose, I thought with this being a stretch fabric anyway that I should definitely make it a bit smaller. So I actually reduced it by 2 sizes. I personally think this worked really well because it's, to me, a really nice fit. Really comfy. Really like this one. I've worn it quite a few times already. So the only difference, like I said, was just making that back one piece. So in fact, this was whipped up really quickly because I only had one front piece, one back piece. And I didn't do the binding around the neck. I just did a fold over and a zigzag around the neck. So I didn't even need to worry about that. So there was no fastenings, no binding, just simply stitching together 2 pieces. And I was really happy with how this one turned out. And as I say, I did it a couple of sizes smaller. So that's number 2 of my pattern. I'll just change and show you the third one. Okay, so third one is this really lovely peacock fabric. I bought this last summer, I think. Well, actually, my mum bought me this last summer in the Barbican Fabrics, local to me. I've got enough to make a nice pair of summer trousers, so I'm thinking I might well make the Marigolds by Tilly and the Buttons because I recently got that pattern. But I made this top. Again, I made it smaller like the jersey. However, I stuck to the original where you had to do 2 pieces and join it. So this one, I'll just see if you can see here. I'm not sure if you can see that. I did the fastening they actually recommended for the first time. So this is my 3rd time doing the pattern. First time I just stitched it at the top. Second time there was no join. So this time I did the actual pattern instructions, which was to do a button and a thread loop. So as a beginner, I have no clue before I started this what a thread loop was, how to make one, or what it looked like. So luckily I go to a sewing class every Tuesday afternoon, and my lovely instructor there sat down with me and showed me how to make a thread loop. So hopefully I'll insert a picture at some point. Where you can see I was really proud. So I made the thread loop, put a little button on it, and it worked perfectly. Again, as I say, I did this one the 2 sizes smaller because it's not stretchy. I feel maybe it's a little bit snug around the top here, but I'm not too worried about it. I also did binding on the sleeves as well as binding around the neckline for this one. Again, I really love this. My peacock fabric in blue, my favourite colour again. And for my third one, I was really happy to have done the entire pattern now, including the thread loop, so I felt like I was really confident. And that's when I went and made my last one, my fourth one, which I will change into and show you now. Okay, so this is my final one. This one is in a Liberty lawn fabric, so it's really nice. And I did this one as per the instructions. If you can see, I do like it's got some lovely flower detail on it. So it's got the loop and the button at the back. And then I've done the binding around the inside. These ones are hemmed, narrow hem, sleeves and bottom. Again, maybe a little bit snug around the top, but overall, really happy with this one. Loved this Liberty fabric that I've had for quite some time, so really happy to make it into this top. And so overall, I have to say, from really not sewing hardly any clothes at all for myself, this has really helped me feel confident and gain that little bit of extra confidence in myself, because I haven't done much. I kind of think patterns will be too scary. So my recommendation as a new sewer would be, I would highly recommend this pattern. I would like to try the kimono. So if I do, I think I'll do another review for you. But basically, yeah, I think it's a good pattern. If you haven't tried it, please do. I think you'll probably find it becomes a real wardrobe staple, because as you've seen, you can do it in loads of different fabrics and slightly different styles. And I'm thinking underneath a Clio, which is also on my list to do, it would look really, really good. Just a plain fabric for that one probably will really help the Clio to stand out. So that is my pattern review. Thank you ever so much for watching. Really appreciate you coming back and subscribing. If you did like my video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button and that little bell, so that will tell you when I have a video, and I will see you in the next video.